everybody, welcome back to Prissy Beauty. Today I'm very excited to bring to you a product that the moment I saw on Sephora's website, I couldn't resist and I had to jump right on, which is the NARS Bourdin Holiday Blush Palette, and it's called One Night Stand. It comes in a box like this. The compact is the typical rubbery black NARS with the big NARS logo and then Guy Bourdin's name here. In fact, the way it spells, we could read like Guy Bourdin or something like that. He's French, so I was trying to figure out how to pronounce his name, and I only found one video on YouTube that had somebody pronouncing his name, and the way the person pronounced was Guy Bourdin. So I'm trying to say it properly, but if I'm butchering French, I apologize. Anyway, so getting into the palette's details. So this is a Sephora website exclusive palette, I believe. Obviously limited edition for the holiday 2013. And I haven't bought any of these NARS palettes in the past for holiday season, but from what I've seen and heard, looks like these palettes usually sold out very quickly. So the moment I saw this one, I had to jump on, even though some of the shades in here I already have. I just thought it was a great palette and a great deal. So it sells on the Sephora website and it retails for $65. Yes, it's not necessarily cheap, obviously, but for the amount of product you get, I think it's a great deal. So I'm actually going to compare here because that's always something I do. Let me see. So each of the blushes, let me see if I can find that here. So each of the blushes has 0.14 ounces or 4 grams versus 4.8 grams of the regular size blushes. So it's almost a full-size blush. And then the bronzer obviously is much smaller. The full-size Laguna bronzer has 0.28 ounces or 8 grams, so it's half of the size of the regular bronzer and almost the full size of a blush in this palette. In it, we have 6 different shades. I'm going to show you what the palette actually looks like. So here's the palette. As you can see, there is a shade here which is a highlighter. Here's the Laguna bronzer, and then you have 4 different blushes. 2 are new and 2 are existing. This one here is the Orgasm, which is very popular NARS blush. This one here is Deep Throat. And then these 2 here are new. This one is called Gulu. I will put the name down here. And then the pink one is called Mistinguit, which is this bright pink over here. And obviously it comes with a big mirror like that. As usually, I will show you, as I usually do, put a side by side as I'm talking about a certain shade, how it applies. This is definitely for me a first impressions, not necessarily a review. I must say, I don't know if these blushes need to you kind of have to break them in so they become a little bit more, you know, the color payoff comes out better with the brush. But I did feel like I had to really rub the brush in to be able to get the color on my face. So I don't know if that's just I don't remember having to do this with the actual NARS blushes that I already own. But, you know, I want to get into this and continue to use to see if that's just because it's brand new. I don't know. So let's get started here. I will do quick swatches on my hand like this, but then like I mentioned, I will show an application on my face. The first one I want to talk about is the highlighter, which is this shade right here, and it's called Devotee. On my hand, you can see better. So there it is. You can see a little bit better like this. So this is Devotee. This is the highlight. I thought it was very nice and very pretty. The next one I want to talk about is this Mystique one, which is the pink blush, and I'm going to continue to show it on my hand like this so you can try to see better. So this is the pink blush. This is a matte blush, kind of nice. It looks very good on the skin. That's actually the one I'm wearing right now. The next one is Orgasm, which is a very typical blush. If you're a NARS fan, you know exactly what this is. That typical peachy color with this beautiful golden reflex. Very nice too. Next up is the Laguna bronzer, which is also a very popular bronzer by NARS. Very pretty. It's definitely one of my favorite blushes, even though it has a little bit of, you know, golden shimmer to it. I still use this for contouring and I feel it's appropriate. Like that. Next one is Deep Throat, which is a peachy. It also has, it sort of reminds me of Orgasm, but it's a little bit more peachy than Orgasm. And the golden reflex is not as golden as the Orgasm. And last but not least is that Gulu blush, which is the deepest shade out of all. It's like this wine kind of color. Very, very pretty. And this also has the golden kind of reflex to it. So, this is just the quick swatches on my hand. This is definitely a first impressions video. I feel like this palette is very, very nice. And it's a, obviously the shades on this palette, for some people that perhaps already collect NARS products. For me, for example, half of the palette is brand new. Not actually. I have two of these products here. I have the Orgasm and I have the Laguna bronzer. Which my bronzer's been, I broke it a long time ago and it's almost, you know, gone. So I'm happy to get a replacement for that. And Orgasm is just a beautiful blush. I figure for the palette, if it's only one shade that I already have for blush, I can handle it. So for me in particular, I have 3 new blushes and a highlight by NARS that I didn't have before. So I feel like this palette is a great deal. It will make a great gift for makeup lovers out there. It is, like I said, a Sephora exclusive, so you need to get on their website to purchase this. $65, and if you want to wait for whatever family and friends or the VIB sale that I hear is going to come up soon, then you might want to take the risk and try to wait for the discount. Otherwise, you'll bite the bullet like I did and get your own. So this is just my first impressions, quick demo and swatches for you of this Bourdin NARS One Night Stand blush palette. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye!